Okay, we're live.
Okay, welcome everybody. We'll call this meeting to order 6:03. I'll just review who's on the meeting. Let's see, we have Member Green, Member McFadden, Member Pasillo, Member Monroe, myself, Superintendent Aronakis, Director of Administration Bob Ross, Director of Technology Jeremy Taylor, Attorney Hennius. I think I got everybody. Okay. For members of the public, if you'd like to speak during open forum, you can hit *9 on your phone, *6 mutes and unmutes. Okay, we'll get started. Open forum. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, comments must be directed to the chairperson of the school committee, who may limit or terminate a discussion. No comment should address personnel, litigation, or negotiations as restricted by open meeting regulations. The school committee cannot take action or vote on topics introduced that are not reflected on the agenda. So is anyone from the public, which I don't believe there is, you may raise your hand. We're all set. I don't see anybody. Okay, we'll go to the consent agenda.
Okay, under consent, we have the approval of our minutes from April 12th. That's the special meeting after the all-day referendum, and then our regular meeting minutes from April 13th. We have one resignation. It is a retirement of a teacher for the end of next school year. It's not for this school year, but he's giving us ample notice. We have our monthly bills and a homeschool approval for the remainder of this school year.
Okay. Member McFadden, you have your hand up.
Hi. I was looking at not the bills, but and I didn't check, but I think it's under the consent agenda. Basically, the breakout of the budget items, and I was looking under school committee accounting, and I had a question for Bob regarding the expenditures for others for school committee for 10 grand, and I think we figured out that 5 of it was for the school committee association. Bob, what did you find out about the other 5,000?
I have not investigated that yet.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I can get it, but I just did not get to it today. Sorry about that.
That's all right. All right. We'll get to it. Just send me an email when you get it.
Sure.
That's it.
Okay. Any other questions, comments on the consent agenda? Cheryl, you weren't here for the special meeting, so we'll pull those. I think that's it. Member Monroe, you have your hand up.
I just wanted to quickly acknowledge Mr. McGrain. He's been an amazing educator. My son didn't have him personally, but any time that he would come into his class or even just say hello to him kind of made his day. So I know he's had a huge impact on the children in the school district, and I just wanted to add that and say thank you.
Excellent.
I'll share that with him.
Thank you. Okay, everybody else is good. Okay, so we can have a motion to approve the consent agenda less the special meeting minutes of April 12th, 2021.
We'll move.
So moves. Green seconds. Okay, I'll take a roll call vote. Member Green?
Aye.
Member McFadden?
Aye.
Member Pasillo?
Aye.
Member Monroe?
Aye.
Okay, and I'm an aye. Motion carries. And then if we can have a motion to approve the special meeting minutes of April 12th, 2021.
So moved.
Green moves. Do we have a second?
Second.
Monroe seconds. Okay, I'll take a roll call vote. Member Green?
Abstain.
Member Allen? Oh, I'm sorry. Member McFadden?
Aye.
Member Pasillo?
Aye.
Member Monroe?
Aye.
Okay, and I'm an aye. Motion carries. Okay. Okay, we have correspondence in our packet. We have a letter from Member Donovan resigning her position on the school committee, and then we have a confidential communication. I prefer if nobody makes any comments regarding the confidential communication, but any other comments or questions on the resignation? Member McFadden, you have your hand up?
Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Anybody hear me? Okay. Why is it confidential? Just out of curiosity. And in what form can we talk about it in the executive session? Or is that something else?
Mr. McFadden, what are you looking to talk about? I apologize.
The confidential communication from the town.
Oh, that would be appropriate for executive session because it's litigation, but let me see. I mean, we've got the general topic of litigation listed, but we don't have the case name or number. So I prefer if it's going to be discussed in executive session, we put it on the next meeting with the case name and citation.
Okay. I think that that wouldn't be such a bad idea. Just for the purposes of discussion. Hello?
Yep, we'll put that on the
Anybody
next.
hear me?
We'll put that on the next meeting in executive session.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. I don't see any other hands up. Everybody's good. Monthly subcommittee reports. I do not believe there are any. And then we will jump to new business. Approve formal resolution to authorize issuance of bonds. Bob?
May I, so Madam Chair, I know there was a discussion about in the motion, the way it was worded under Chapter 2.3 of the Public Laws of 2021. And then there was a question about, well, where's that citation, which the bond counsel has since provided to us. And then the bond counsel again subsequently provided me with a resolution which just kind of omits the 2.3 and puts the Chapter 2 and 3 of the local acts and resolves of 2021 into the whole formal resolution, which is it's in your packet. She did note, and I'm reading directly from the bond counsel's email.
Bob, if you could hold on 1 second.
Sure.
I think instead of all those motions, what I'd like to do is just if everybody knows that we're replacing public laws in section 1 with the words local acts and resolves. And then we're just going to have a motion to adopt the resolution before the school committee as amended, and then entitled, and read that first paragraph of the resolution. We're not going to be making 4 motions.
Correct.
Okay.
You got that.
All right.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you want to tell the school committee anything about this before we adopt it?
So this is necessary for the application to the bonding Rhode Island Health and Education Corporation. They're going to be the ones who will float the bonds and issue the bonds, and this is just part of this is the last piece of formal action that they need. So they had all the elements leading up to this. The towns, the school committee, the building committee all said go forward. The legislation was voted on, the legislation was crafted, approved, voted on, and now this is the final action by the governing body, the school committee, to say, after all of that has happened, go forth and issue the bonds.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions, comments on the resolution? Okay, I don't see any hands up. Okay, so everybody just note section 1, the sentence before the last one, well, the line before the last one, public laws is replaced with local acts and resolves. Okay. So if I can have a motion to adopt the resolution before the school committee as amended, entitled Resolution of the Exeter West Greenwich Regional School District Committee appropriating an amount not to exceed $17,840,000 for the renovation, rehabilitation, improvement, furnishing, and equipping of schools and school facilities throughout the district, including but not limited to auditorium and classroom improvements, information technology, roofs, floors, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, electrical systems, playgrounds, athletic fields, parking and safety improvements, and authorizing the financing thereof through the issuance of bonds and notes.
So moved.
Monroe moves. Do we have a second?
Second.
Green seconds. Any questions? Okay, we'll take a roll call vote. Member Green,
Aye.
Member McFadden, is Paul still on? Yeah, Paul's on.
Hi. I'm having a driving issue here with the stinking pad. I wanted to ask a question, but I couldn't get to the *9, *6 business. So if you don't mind, I'll just abstain because I couldn't ask my question because I couldn't manage through the Zoom 10 keypad. Sorry, I'll abstain since I couldn't ask my question.
Okay. Member Pasillo,
Aye.
Member Monroe.
Aye.
Okay, and I'm an aye. Motion carries. Okay. Okay, we'll go to unfinished. Thanks, Bob. We'll go to unfinished
Thank you.
business, 2021-22 budget discussion.
I'll say a couple of things. We, as we do every year, we now have an amount that has been approved by the voters. So we are continuing to track changes, including personnel changes, retirements, leaves of absence, those kinds of things. We are making the adjustments along the way. We'll bring the amounts for each line back to the school committee in June so that you can approve the budget. It will be the same amount, but the adjustments will have been made with all of the known changes along the way. You know, for example, we're getting information on the number of tuitions at the charter schools that came to us right around the same time that the vote occurred. We have some personnel changes. So we'll continue to make those adjustments. We are on track for presenting the budget to you that is balanced to the number that was approved by the voters.
Very good. Any questions, comments for Jim? Okay, I don't see any hands up. Okay, we'll go to B, 2020-21 reentry planning update.
Okay, I have a couple of things. This week, we brought back our 9th and 10th graders. These were the last 2 grade levels that we opened up school 5 days a week for in-person learning. So we are now full in-person pre-K to 12 for all families and children who have requested it. We still have a number of families who have chosen to stay on distance learning for the remainder of the year. And we have a number of families at the secondary schools in particular who have opted to remain on the hybrid schedule for the remainder of the year. But we had 100 more students this week that came back to us full in person, and so far so good. So that finishes that. And then the other thing is, you may know that the vaccine has now been made available to all individuals age 16 and older, regardless of any health conditions. I'm currently working with the EMA director to set up a vaccination clinic for our high school students. For any of the children who themselves and their families want them to be vaccinated, we'll offer that at the school, similar to what we did for the adults. And I think the timing is really good because it allows us to get a number of the children vaccinated in time for prom and graduation, which will make those events much easier for us to manage. So we sent out a survey today asking for families to respond if they want their child vaccinated at the clinic so that we can order the right number of doses, and that will be set up within the next week or so.
Okay, any questions, comments for Jim? Member Monroe?
I just wanted to acknowledge, Jim, your efforts in communicating with families that were originally distance learning and wanted to move in person. I know that that was a huge influx of students, and I was pretty impressed with just the way that you made that happen for the families that wanted that option. You have this entire time given choices to parents and inform them so they can make the best choice for their families. And I don't know how you're accommodating it all, but it's very impressive, and I just wanted to commend you for that.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, it's been really an interesting roller coaster ride. We did one final push for, now that a number of people have been vaccinated, all the teachers are vaccinated. We wanted to offer another time for parents to opt to move their kids to in-person. We did have a number of families that chose that, and we were able to accommodate all of those requests. That was just prior to the vacation. Some of the grade levels were pretty tight, but it worked out. And the principals have done amazing work in helping me to manage those numbers and make sure that we're following the contract and continuing to provide all the safety measures. But it's been great, and families have been great. So I appreciate that.
Everybody else is good? Okay. And then we'll have C, capital project update bond discussion.
Me, Bob, or you?
I got it on the back of the document that I sent out. Is just the activity log that I provide, and that goes up through April 20th. It's been a flurry of activities, mostly centered around the bid and the addendum that was issued. Final addendum was issued yesterday by Downs. We did have a bid walkthrough significant on April 19th, and we had the three contractors walk through: ENE, Next Gen, and ATC. They spent about an hour and a half. Steve Bailey kind of led the tour, but good showing, and I think should be a competitive bid, which is the bids are due on Friday. Either Friday or, let me see, yeah, Friday. The other significant thing with this, along with the superintendent and the district treasurer, we've been working with PFM, who is doing the financial modeling for the issuance of the bonds. As we discussed at the last school committee meeting, that will be coming back to the school committee for approval. We've invited Steve Massaroni from PFM Financial Advisors to come and make that presentation to the school committee. And I don't know, Jim, if you want to add anything to that.
You're muted, Jim.
I realized it this time. Thanks, Bob. So just one really key point. We have been working with him to develop schedules so that there is no financial impact in FY22. So he will be present at the next meeting in May to kind of walk us through the bond schedules. I think they look really good. Interest rates are better than what they were when we were doing our original presentations. We have a schedule so that no town will be paying anything in FY22, which is good, especially for Exeter, given the circumstances of this year's budget. And the school committee will have the option to ask the expert some questions and agree on the bond structure at the next meeting. So that will resolve that big issue that's been on our plate.
Okay, Member McFadden has his hand up.
Before I could ask the question, he answered the question, so I don't have anything to ask.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions, comments? Everybody's good? Okay. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Okay, important dates and meetings. We have Tuesday, May 11th and Tuesday, May 25th school committee meetings. And we are going to be going into executive session tonight Jim sent a separate link for that, so I'm gonna read the motion and then sign off, leave meeting, click on Jim's, and then we'll go back to this meeting. So we have, if we can have a motion to move into executive session under 42-46-5A2.
What's the language behind that? I don't. What's the
Yep.
language?
Yep, I'll read
Where-
it, Paul. Yep, it's Council 94/Teachers Association, negotiation, discussion / action and or pending / potential litigation, legal advice. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Green moves. Do we have a second?
Second.
Patillo seconds. I'll take a roll call vote. Member Green,
Aye.
Member McFadden,
Aye.
Member Patillo,
Aye.
Member Monroe,
Aye.
and I'm an aye. Okay, motion carries. Okay, leave this one and join the other one. Thanks.
Right.
Bye, Lee.
Give me 5 minutes. Having technical challenges.
I just resent the link to everybody because I forgot to paste it in the first email that I sent out.
Hi, Bob. We're staying here.
That was a quick one. Let's get this through. Am I in the right place?
This is the public meeting.
This isn't the oh, this isn't the executive session?
No, it is not.
Oh, all right, let me get out of this one.
Okay, we got Andrea, we got Cheryl, we got Terry. I don't know if Paul will rejoin us, but we'll give him 2 minutes. Okay, we got Michael. All right, well, we don't have anything else to discuss or anything, so we'll get going. I don't know if Paul's gonna rejoin us. Okay, so Cheryl, for the minutes, we need a motion to seal the executive session minutes.
Donovan, so moved.
Donovan moves. Do we have a second?
Second.
Priscilla seconds. Okay, take a roll call vote. Okay, member Donovan,
Aye.
member Green,
Aye.
member Pasillo,
Aye.
member Monroe.
Aye.
Okay, and I'm an aye. Motion carries. And then a statement, no votes taken. And then we just, before I have a motion to adjourn, Jim, you have anything else for the meeting?
No,
You're good?
I'm good.
Oh. Okay, all right, very good. So we just need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Donovan, so moved.
Okay, I don't know, a whole bunch of you moved.
We
so-
all did it. We all did it.
So
Unanimous move.
we'll do Green moves and Donovan seconds. Okay, I'll take a roll call vote. Member Donovan,
Aye.
member Green,
Aye.
member Pasillo,
Aye.
member Monroe.
Aye.
Okay, and I'm an aye. Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks.